Greetings and salutations, witches and friends. This is your girl Sage, aka Sage the Urban Witch, and I am on for a collective reading for you guys, okay? So today's collective reading, you guys, is going to be on the topic of, this person, whomever they are, is being tormented by their secret thoughts about you, okay? So we're going to get into collective, who is this person, okay? And who are you? Collective, and then finally, what are their secret thoughts about you? Now, some of the secret thoughts could be good, some of it could be not so good. I want you guys to think of a person, okay? A person that you have in your mind, someone that you may have been trying to seek answers regarding this particular person, as far as closure, as far as some very odd feelings that you're having about this particular person for whatever reason. You may have been dreaming about this person and you want to get some answers, you want to get some clarity, some insight into what is going on with a particular person that you have in mind, okay? And that's what this particular collective reading is going to be about, okay? Regarding his or her being tormented, okay, by their secret thoughts about you, okay? So first of all, dear one, who is this person, okay? Whomever this person is, I'm hearing from spirit right off the bat, this person is sneaky, okay? They're sneaky, but, I'm hearing from spirit that you are in the process of really tapping in to look beyond the mask of what this person is showing you and what this person is showing others, okay? But this person likes to operate beneath the grid. They like to operate behind some type of persona, a false mask or something of the sort, where they could have two faces, They have one face for the public, and then they have one face for those that are unlucky enough to get, close enough to them, okay? Because this person, they're very, very passive aggressive is what I'm hearing from spirit. And I'm hearing that regardless of how they present themselves, what you see is not what you get. There's something that is really hidden deep down within in terms of this person's motive, their agendas, okay? This person is always operating by an agenda, okay? This is the person, dear one, who is being tormented currently by their secret thoughts about you, okay? Also, dear one, I'm hearing from spirit, this is someone that likes to party, okay? I'm hearing sex, drugs, and rock and roll, okay? This person loves to gossip. They love to get together with their homeboys and their homegirls, and they always have something to say about you, dear one, okay? And so this person, they like to feel as though they're on top. They're on top of the world. They don't have to do what other people do as far as being accountable or responsible. So this is the type of person, dear one, where, they will go and spend all of their money on lavish trips, okay? Vacations, excursions, luxury items that they cannot afford. Meanwhile, they're in, $13,000 or more worth of debt. And they'll spend all of this money on frivolous things, on partying, on hedonistic things. And then, they have no money left over to pay their bills, okay? So this person, they're very irresponsible. Their priority is to feel good. So this person likes to operate in some sense of like escapism. However their world looks, they're always trying to escape through, partying, through drugs, through, going on lavish vacations. They like to live vicariously through other people. Okay. So if they see someone doing well, they'll be envious of the person, but they'll try to get next to the person to find out what their blueprint is, so that they can do the same thing. But they don't want to put in the work, you see. They just want the appearance of being wealthy. They want the appearance of having a luxurious, carefree lifestyle, because they want to essentially make people jealous, okay? I'm hearing from spirit that this person harbors a deep-seated insecurity, and it's very, very important, how people perceive him or her, okay? This is a person, dear one, that is currently being tormented by secret thoughts about you. Also, dear one, I'm hearing from spirit, this person, whomever they are, the finances are not looking too good right now, okay? It's like this person is working, but they're not, being able to reap the fruits of their labor. It's like, the more money that they make, the more money they have to spend, okay? This could also be a person, dear one, they have a lot of, baby mamas or baby daddies. They got a lot of households. They got a lot of mouths to feed. Their money is going in a lot of different directions. directions because, you know, they spread their body, they spread their loins, okay? They spread their love, if you will, in so many different directions. And so now, you know, they got a lot of mouths to feed. They got a lot of responsibilities, okay? And so it's like, you know, they're seeing that no matter how much they make, the sooner that they make it, the sooner that it's gone. So it's like this person has a hole in their pocket, okay? So this person, dear one, I'm hearing from spirit, whatever they do for a living, okay, it could be based on, you know, clout or status, or it could have the name or title of having some type of lofty position. But this person is broke, okay? This is a brokey, and they're not making any money. So they're doing a lot of strange things for change. They're doing a lot of things, I'm hearing backdoor deals, okay? So this could be a person, dear one, where, you know, I don't know, they're like a mechanic by day, but by night, you know, they're running holes up and through that place, okay? Yeah, you know, they could have some type of barber shop, and, you know, by day, you know, they're cutting hair, and then, you know, by night, okay, they're gambling and dog fighting and, you know, rooster and hen fighting and doing things of that nature. You know, very, very underhanded, backseated things, okay, is what I'm hearing from spirit, to try to make ends meet, because they have a lot of responsibilities and they have more mouths to feed than they have money, than they have income coming in, okay? This person is also, I'm hearing, love fraud, love scam. They're very much so into that. This could be someone, dear one, I'm hearing from spirit, they have a thing for you now, okay? They're very attracted to you. However, this is the type of person where, you know, they're never single. Even if they tell you that they're single, dear one, don't believe it, because they have two and a possible, okay? They always have something on the side, okay? This person could also currently be in a relationship, I'm hearing from spirit, or they can be married, but, you know, they're very much so into an open marriage or open relationships. They like to bring people in, okay, into the relationship. They're very much so into third-party situations. Sometimes if they want to create drama, they will hide the fact of the other people that they're saying, just so that they can make the person that they're with, their current, jealous, because they like to, you know, spice up the situation, and they like for people to be fighting over them. This is the type of person, dear one, they'll approach you and they'll say that they're single, but, you know, they'll hide their wedding ring, or they'll lie, and they're very much so in a relationship or two or three, okay? So this is the type of person, dear one, you know, they bring drama with them wherever they go, because, you know, it's not enough for them to just interact with a person one-on-one. They like to have a lot of different people involved, okay? They think, you know, the more the merrier, and, you know, that includes partying. That also includes, you know, in the bedroom. So this person, you know, dear one, they're very, very hedonistic, okay? So this will definitely be a person, dear one, that wants you to get down with the get down. Now, this person is currently being tormented by their secret thoughts about you, and we're going to get into what those thoughts are about, okay? But first, I wanted to give you guys a little clarity in terms of who this energy, who this particular person is, dear one, okay? So that's a little bit about the person, okay? Also, I'm hearing this person could be into a lot of different side hustles, okay? They could be the type of person where, you know, they say, I cut hair, I work on cars, I'm also in the studio trying to cut an EP, you know, I also have a lawn mowing business, okay? I'm also trying to work on getting a contract off the ground, you know? I'm trying to, you know, be a party promoter. So it's like this person has 12, 13 different things. You know, they are what they call it, a jack of all trades, but a master of none, okay? Yeah, that's this particular person. And then I'm also hearing from spirit, you know, this person, dear one, in terms of partying now, you know, they're very much so into, you know, the drinking. They're into popping pills and things of that nature, okay? They will definitely ride the white horse, okay? Yeah, they into the cane, And also, I'm hearing from spirit, dear one, this is the type of person where, you know, they will, again, present themselves as having, you know, some type of, you know, leadership status or position, but, you know, they're doing a lot of things under, you know, under the table for their income, okay? This person could be selling, you know, stolen auto mechanic parts. Okay, they could be selling their ass. Okay, yeah, that's what I'm hearing from spirit. Okay, so they're not above really getting gritty and down and dirty just to get a dollar bill. Okay, that's this type of person, which makes them very treacherous and very dangerous, because I'm hearing from spirit, dear one, quite a few of you, this particular person who is literally being tormented by secret thoughts about you, they see you as a dollar sign. Now they see you, you got some type of dollar sign on your forehead there, and it's glowing. Okay, this person's definitely pocket watching you. Okay, this person, they're always trying to think of some type of scam, some type of way to get in, where they can enter through your heart and enter through your pocketbooks as well. Okay, so this type of person, okay, very seedy, is giving romance scam, love fraud. Okay, they love to do credit card schemes and scams. Okay, insurance fraud. Okay, this is the type of person that will get together with their cousin or their brother and even their mother, for some of them. Oh my goodness. And they'll collaborate and conjure up some type of fake car accident so that they can get it pay out through their insurance. Okay, meet me here on this on the corner of MLK at 10:09. Now don't be late, because I'm gonna be coming through the intersection, and then you're gonna run into me and yada yada, and I'm gonna have all of a sudden neck and back problems, and we're gonna get this check, and we're gonna split it. They do all of that type of stuff, very, very janky. Okay, that's this person, dear one. Very dangerous person, again, because they'll do anything for a dollar. They'll do anything for a thrill. Okay, they'll do anything for pleasure, and they don't think about the consequences. Okay. Come through, spirit. Also, as I'm looking at the red here, the red representing passion, dear one, this person, okay, whomever they are, that is being tormented by their secret thoughts about you, this person is coming in hot. Okay, I'm hearing from spirit, they like to go to they like to give you the gifts that keep on giving. Okay, if you understand what I'm saying. This person, they also have some type of janky medical status that they're not disclosing. Okay. Yeah, they have the HIV. Okay, this person has the HIV. Y'all know what the HIV is. Okay, and they're on medication, but I'm hearing from spirit it's in someone else's name. Yeah. And this person goes to parties. They go to giving parties where people already have it so that they can just be wild and free. They go on cruises and yachts, to do their hedonistic things. Okay. They go to, beaches and islands to do their hedonistic thing. Okay. Jamaica and, what is that place, spirit, that it just flashed before me? Some island that starts with an A. I'll think of it. If I think of it, I'll write it in the comment section. It starts with an A. Some type of small island that they like to go to party. They like to go to Vegas. They like to go to LA. Okay? Yeah, they like to go to Houston. They like to go to the ATL. Yeah. Yeah, and it's kind of like they have this motto of what goes on here stays here. Yeah, they go to these secret parties, and they hand off their disclosed medical papers that are non-positive or non-whatever it is. And I'm hearing from spirit, a lot of times they be forged as someone else's. They done doctored it up through, Adobe or, Microsoft. Okay, very, very shady individuals. They may have connections to people in the medical industry where they get false documents, false papers. Okay, and they also get medicine that's in other people's names. Okay, for their HIV and their other hidden medical issues. Okay, yeah, this person is bad news. It's also giving industry vibes, sports industry, music industry, DJ, podcasting. I also just heard NASCAR, a chef, the chef, restaurant, hotel industry. Thank you, Spirit. Satellite radio, mainstream radio, DJ came in, and I don't know if I said that before. DJ. Thank you, Spirit. Social media, party event planner. Also, I just heard Dubai. Whoever this person is, dear one, that is being tormented by their secret thoughts about you. Something about them wanting to get at you and can't. Something about them wanting to do something to you that they cannot, okay? These are the thoughts, dear one, the secret thoughts that they're having about you. They're literally being tormented. This person loves to go to Dubai. And you know, you should raise your eye. You should give people the side eye that loves to go to Dubai. If you know, you know. So that's a little bit, dear one, about this person. Yeah, it's definitely giving like industry vibes, okay? I also said sports as well. Basketball, football, NASCAR, hockey. And for one particular energy, polo, okay? I also just heard Marco Polo, whoever this person is, for one particular person out there, one of my collectors, you know, you could know this person, their name could be Marco or your name. Okay. All right. So let's get into who you are, dear one. Who are you that has this person all in their fields to the point where they're literally being tormented by their secret thoughts about you? Okay. Yeah, you got somebody that, you know, they're pretty out there, okay? They're pretty out there. They're for the streets. They're for the industry. They're for the community, okay? Yeah, they for the rah-rah, okay? And, you know, unfortunately, you know, they're being tormented by their secret thoughts about you. But who are you, dear one? Well, first of all, I'm hearing from Spirit, you're someone, collective, where, you know, people have always tried to make your life harder than it has to be. They've always tried to make you struggle, okay? But you're now in a season where you're no longer under judgment, okay? Your name, your reputation has been cleared. So whatever type of lies that have been told about you, they have been exposed. The people, the persons, the individuals have been exposed, okay? And so it's like you are now operating in a clean slate, okay, is what I'm hearing from Spirit. And I'm also hearing, you know, very interesting. It's like, you know, some of the people, dear one, that used to be against you, now that your name has been cleared, these are people that secretly support you, or these are people where even if they are in your life now, like, you know, a work situation, or, you know, a neighborhood situation, or some type of situation where, you know, you're still to a certain degree forced to be around this person that was once an enemy, or these people that were once considered to be enemies or flying monkeys. I'm hearing from Spirit, they have totally changed their ways and their thoughts towards you now that this particular lie about you, whatever it was, has been exposed. And so, you know, you're no longer under judgment, and people secretly support you. People support you, you know, to your face, or people that really used to have it out for you. It's like they've just, you know, they've thrown in the white towel, you know, they've raised the white flag, then, you know, they pretty much have left you alone. They've left you be, okay? So it's like, you know, for some of them, it may not be where they're trying to come back in your face, ask for your forgiveness, and want to befriend you. It's just that, you know, they're no longer doing their janky, shady shit. You know, they're pretty much leaving you alone, okay? So you're no longer under judgment, okay? I'm also hearing from Spirit, you're the type of person, dear one, where you're no longer being watched, okay? Because for such a long time, even when you had people that were going out of their way to make life hard for you, to make you struggle, okay? Struggle financially, struggle in relationships, okay? Struggle, you know, in terms of having peace in your home, peace in your neighborhood or community, okay? I'm hearing from Spirit, you know, now, you know, you have peace, you know, now you don't have to worry about those type of things, okay? For those of you guys who used to consider yourself to be a targeted individual, or gang stalked, or monitored, okay, by monitoring spirits, people that you don't know, or people that you did know that were constantly preying on your downfall. I'm hearing from Spirit that you guys are now in a season where all of that has passed by, okay? That energy has cleared up, and you are now on your highest timeline. I'm hearing from Spirit, those of you guys who are at the sound of my voice, if this message resonates with you, you are now walking out in your north node, okay? Yeah, and so you're no longer under judgment. You no longer are under someone's monitoring surveillance, their monitoring eye, okay? You're no longer being gang stalked. You're no longer being harassed, okay? You have been, the people, the harassers, the gang stalkers have been exposed. And like I said, you know, some of them were gang stalking and targeting and harassing you based on a lie that was told that they stupidly believed without getting the facts and without coming to you. So they have either, you know, thrown in the towel, decided that they will go no further, okay? Or they're trying to, you know, reconcile and make amends with you, okay? Whomever the person is that was a part of bringing unfair judgment and criticism towards you, okay? But you're no longer in that season, so you have been vindicated, okay? I'm also hearing from Spirit, you could be someone, dear one, that, you know, you were secretly dealing with some type of health issues or what have you, okay? You could have been a victim or a target of mirror magic, a target of people throwing death magic towards you, a target of people that were extremely envious of your beauty, and they were constantly doing anti-beauty spells and things of that nature. For one person, my condolences to you, but I'm hearing from Spirit, the black magic that was thrown towards you caused a miscarriage, okay? And for that, I am deeply, deeply regretful of that for you, okay? And again, my condolences, okay? But you will have another child, okay? You will have another child. You know who you are, okay? And you have the letters T, I, and N in your first, middle, and last name, okay? That's all I'm going to say about that, Chica, okay? Yeah, that's a message from Spirit, okay? All right, so yeah, but for those of you guys where that was a situation, okay, you are now entering into a season of excellent health, optimum health, okay? Now you guys have learned how to protect yourself, you know, return to center those black magic spells aimed at your health. You've learned how to return to center those spirits of infirmity and sickness that were aimed towards you, okay? And I'm hearing from Spirit, you guys are going to be looking more youthful, more vibrant, more healthy, okay, than you ever were before, okay? You're not going to be like it was before. It's going to be better, okay? I'm hearing dietary lifestyles. I'm hearing, you know, you guys are really taking care of yourself. Some of you guys are going to see dermatologists. Some of you guys are going to see, I don't know what those people are, where they take a look at your hair and your hairline. Some of you guys are going to see those type of people because, you know, your hair is growing back in, or you're getting some other remedies for that. People were throwing anti-beauty spells towards you, and they were causing thinning of the hair, alopecia, premature graying, hair just continuously tangling up, okay? Every time you comb it, it's like it tangles up. You're like, what the hell's going on, okay? Yeah, that was a result of some black magic, okay? Yeah, the Spirit is saying you guys are being restored. Your health is being restored. Your beauty and vitality is being restored, okay? This is who you are, okay? Whomever you are, that this person is secretly having thoughts about you to the point of being tormented, okay? You're also the type of person, dear one, where, you know, back in the day, you guys are like double-minded, okay? You couldn't make a decision. You were always procrastinating, okay? Always asking other people what you should do, okay? Not really tapped into your higher self, okay? To seek the answers within, okay? And to act on things, okay? So you guys are no longer like that, okay? You write the vision, you make it plain, you're very clear-minded, your third eye, your pineal gland is very much so open, okay? And you guys know who you are, okay? This is a very, very beautiful thing, because I'm hearing from Spirit, a lot of you guys for quite some time, you had felt lost, like you didn't understand or know your purpose or what you were doing. Some of you guys may have been hopping from job to job. Others of you guys may have been hopping from, you know, place to place in terms of, you know, location or a home or apartment or whatever the case may be. And now you guys are in a season where you're stable now, okay? Now wherever you are, you can lay down roots, and it may not be, you know, the final destination, but for right now, it is a place where you can rest and feel grounded and feel as though you are a part of a community, and you're, you know, laying down roots and things of that nature. You are experiencing stability and security, the likes of which you have never had before. And a lot of it has to do with the whole fact that, you know, you being under some type of really harsh persecution and harassment has subsided, okay? That energy has cleared out, okay? So now you guys are, you're walking in your purpose, okay, is what I'm hearing from Spirit, okay? You're also emotionally and mentally grounded. Some of you guys have realized that, oh my God, I was ADD. I finally got tested and I'm taking some medicine and it's helping me to become regulated. And others of you guys are realizing that you may have had a mood disorder, okay, from, suppressed trauma, whatever the case may be. You putting your health and yourself first is doing you well. And now you have time to think about yourself because you're not in fight, flight, or freeze mode from all of the persecution that you guys had been secretly experiencing, okay, is what I'm hearing from Spirit. So that's a very, very beautiful thing, okay? Some people are very envious because they never thought that you guys would be able to get up off of your feet, okay, to get back up, standing and walking. They thought that you would always be on your knees, that you would always be down and out, okay? So people are very upset, dear one, your haters, your secret haters, okay, in terms of, how you were able to make it through or overcome some of those battles that you've had to endure by yourself, okay? Certain battles that were so harsh and just so weird and bizarre that you couldn't even tell another person because they wouldn't even believe you, or you were afraid that if you would tell them, you would end up in a loony bin because they would have you committed, okay? Yeah, and some of these battles you guys had to go through on your own, but I'm hearing from Spirit, you made it and you came out on the other side. You are truly an overcomer, okay? And now you know your purpose, you know what it is that you're supposed to be doing. And the people that are hating, they're still flailing in the wind. They still don't have no purpose, no path. They don't even know, anything about their north node, anything about, what they're supposed to be doing in life. That's why they're so unhappy and miserable. And that's why they're so focused on you to the point of being tormented as far as their secret thoughts about you, okay? And who else are you, dear one? You're the type of person where, people just want to see you as the loser. They just refuse to believe that, you're the type of person that you're destined for greatness. You're the type of person where, you may get knocked down, but you're going to get back up, okay? People just, they just get offended. They take it personal when you're someone that is trying to move forward and do something with your life, okay? When you're someone that is constantly looking at the glass as half full rather than half empty, okay? They get very upset, dear one, when they're not able to stop your forward movement. They want you to stay stuck and stagnant, but you refuse to do so. You may pivot, you may pause, you may rest, okay? You may go back to the drawing board, but damn, hell no, you ain't gonna give up and you ain't gonna give out, okay? Come through, Spirit. So that's the type of person that you are. Very strong-willed, formidable. You have a strong mind, okay? And you're also very beloved by Spirit, okay? You have a strong connection with Spirit because, a lot of you guys, you've been betrayed by people so much that you have just decided that it's just best for you to put your faith in God, put your faith in Spirit, okay? So you guys are very introverted, okay? You may love nature, nature walks, things of that nature, okay? You guys may love animals, okay, like your girl Sage, okay? Yeah, my fur babies are my besties, okay? I don't know about y'all, okay? And hubby, okay? I don't really need a lot because your girl stay busy. I stay booked and busy, okay? 24 hours in a day. So a lot of time people be saying, oh, I want friends, I want this, I want that. Do you have the energy? Do you have the time to invest in that person, to invest in that friendship, okay? You got to do more than say you have a friend, okay? That's an action word. You got to put time and energy into that, okay? How much time and energy do you have in a day that you want to dedicate to, so many people in your circle, That's something that a lot of people need to think about, okay? But that's a topic for a whole nother video, okay? So now you guys, let's get into, what are some of the thoughts that this person is secretly thinking about you that is absolutely tormenting them, okay? What is this person thinking about? Ooh, come through, Spirit. I just got a flash in my spirit. Insurance policy. Somebody is, they're so broke, they're a brokey, and they're so shady and criminal minded that there are secret thoughts about you that's tormenting them. They're trying to figure out, when are you going to go down? When are you going to be stuck, so that they can collect on an insurance policy? Okay. Yeah, you will know who this person is. I told you guys in the beginning, think about a particular person, and this is what this reading will be about in terms of this person and their secret thoughts about you. Okay. This was in reverse, but I'm going to turn it up so you guys can see it. We have stalker. So yeah, this person that is a stalker on the low is secretly having thoughts about you, dear one. Okay. For one thing, I'm hearing from spirit, they're wondering if you know that they are the stalker. Do you know that, they were the ones that were watching you? Do you know that they were the ones that were, defaming your name? Do you know that they were the ones that was turning your trash can over? That's for somebody. Do you know that they were the ones that, were constantly, cyber trolling you and leaving dumbass comments in the comment section on your social media, or false reporting you, or trying to get you shadow banned, or, trying to be a secret shopper and shut down your business? Okay. Do they want to know, dear one? Okay. They're haunted now. They're tormented with the thought, because, this person's worst nightmare is to be exposed, is to get caught. So, they're secretly tormented over, how much do you know? How much do you know about me, that I'm just some out there nutcase, okay, that, is obsessed with you and your every move and trying to keep tabs on you and what you're doing, okay? I'm trying to mind your business because I don't have no business of my own, okay? Yeah. And then the next card we have, you guys, is I want to destroy you because you rejected me. Oh, there it is. There it is. Come through, spirit. For some of you guys, this person that is being tormented by their secret thoughts about you, they're tormented about, wanting to get at you so that they can destroy you, all because you rejected them, okay? Because this person is exuding big bitch energy, and they can't seem to take no for an answer. They can't seem to, understand that in life, people are going to tell you yes, and they're going to tell you no. And you should be man enough or woman enough for that no to not break you down, okay? You should just move on and consider, when it comes to dating, that it's a numbers game. And if one says no, if you keep on trying, hell, eventually somebody gonna say yes, okay? But this person is a lame. This person is a loser, okay? This person never learned about, growing into their manhood and womanhood and understanding that being rejected is a part of life, okay? Yeah, you go on job interviews and somebody tell you no, well, sir, we're not looking for you, right? What you have to offer, we've gone with another candidate, okay? But we thank you so much for applying. That don't mean you're supposed to stalk the goddamn would-be boss, the would-be supervisor. That don't mean you're supposed to be lurking in the parking lot every day looking at him coming and going, or looking at her. That don't mean you're supposed to be, trying to devise some elaborate scheme to, blow up the building, okay? You move on, okay? But this person, I'm hearing their wires are not wrapped correctly, okay? Yeah, and, the elevator definitely doesn't go all the way up to the top with this particular person, okay? So they're having these secret thoughts that is tormenting them about, oh my God, how much do you know about me, that I'm this weird ass weirdo that has been lurking and stalking you, and that, basically the reason why I'm so unhinged and the reason why I'm so obsessed with trying to get back at you and trying to get my get back, okay, trying to get my lick back, is because you told me no. It's because you rejected me, okay? That is the sole reason why someone, dear one, out there is having secret thoughts about you, to the point that it is literally tormenting this person, tormenting their mind. Oh boy, we got some janky, y'all. This one says, I grate virgins for their energy and essence. Wow, I grate virgins for their energy and their essence. So I'm hearing from Spirit, dear one, this is someone that is currently being tormented by their secret thoughts about you. Now, of course, let's keep it real. A lot of you guys are a part of my collective, okay? You're not a V, okay? You ain't been a V for a long time, okay? But some of you guys could currently be celibate. Others of you guys could be abstinent, whatever the case may be. And, you're exuding this type of energy. Some of you guys, you just have this type of essence about you. of innocence. You're happy-go-lucky. You're very high vibrational. You smile at strangers. You talk to the elderly in the grocery stores. Okay, you help paw a stranger across the street. To make sure that he don't get hit. Okay, you do all those type of things. So something about your energy that's very, very pure. Okay, and this person that is secretly harboring these thoughts about you to the point of being tormented. Okay, this is a type of person that really likes to deplete the energy and essence of people that's very, very pure. Okay, they like to yoke up with people because this person is an energy vampire. They're a parasite, and they like to yoke up with people that really can't see beneath the mask of a person, can't see a person's nefarious intentions. Okay, and sleep with a person just so they can drain them. I'm also hearing destiny swap. Okay, yeah, I'm also hearing just pretty much to just live off of this person's energy. Okay, this person can't fuel themselves. This person has no access to source, so they have to try to get that source energy through people, and they look for high vibrational empaths. They look for people that are high energetic, high vibrational. Okay, people that are very youthful, very vital. I don't know if that's a word I'm trying to make up. Very vital. I'm about to say vitalitas. I know that's not a word. Okay, but yeah. And then the next card we have, you guys, is I want to stress you out. I want to stress you out. So there's someone, dear one, that is secretly harboring, these thoughts about you to the point of tormenting themselves, because it's like every time they see you, okay, because they're a stalker, so they're definitely watching. Every time they see you, dear one, they're stressed out. They're stressed out because, they see that you're living your life like it's golden. I'm hearing from Spirit. Okay. Yeah. Living my life like it's golden, 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 golden. Come through, Spirit. Old school. That's Jilly from Philly. So yeah, you guys are minding your business. You're dancing to the beat of your own drums. Okay, you're smiling. You're seeing the glass is half empty. You're looking forward to life, and you're very adventurous. And, you're not depressed. You're not down and out. You're not stagnant. You look forward to, what each day and week and month and year has to bring. Okay. And because you're not stressed out and this person is not able to disrupt your peace. Okay. The fact that you're not stressed out is stressing them out, because they want to stress you out bad. They want you to struggle. They want to take you off your square. Some of them, I'm hearing from Spirit, they want to see you cry. They want to see you hurt. This person is very sadistic. Okay. It's like, they would like to take the most innocent, vital, youthful person, the most trusting, empathic person, and just literally torment them. This person is sick. Okay. It's giving Dexter. This person may like to watch that movie, or a series, that series Dexter. This person gives off Dexter vibes, okay? They want to see you stress out. And it's to the point where it's tormenting them. They have secret fantasies about it. They have dreams about it, doing things to you, dear one, to make you cry, to make you scream, to make you beg for mercy. It's like they want you to bow down to them. It's like they want to have this type of literal like slave master type of dynamic with you. Like I'm getting this dungeon basement, chains and whips type of situation. But it's like, the kind of situation that ends with, a Channel 7 News reporting about your ass. Okay. Like that type of situation. Yeah, this dude is sick. Okay. I said dude. So it could be a male energy in a male body. Okay. It could also be a female that is operating in masculine energy. Okay. All right. Let's see what else, dear one. Some of these secret thoughts about you to the point where it's tormenting this person. I'm also hearing toxic, okay? I'm hearing from Spirit, toxic love, toxic love. This is someone, dear one, that, they think about you all the time to the point of obsession. But this person thinks that they love you, but they don't love you, because this person is toxic and they don't know what love is, okay? Love to this person is possession. Love to this person is, you do what I say. It's my way or the highway. Love to this person is, really, really high highs and really low lows, okay? This person would drive you to the brink of insanity. And it's like they'll do all types of crap. You know, they think that if someone busts the window out their car, if someone flattens their tires, if someone busts, you know, the window, the kitchen window, if someone tries to damn near set their house on fire, that means, ooh, passion, ooh, they love me. Okay, this person is sick. Okay, this is a sicko here. Okay, weird ass weirdo. Yeah. And you know, they think that their obsession of you, their constant thoughts about you that is tormenting them, where they want to hurt you, where they want to stress you out, where, you know, they want to literally violate you and steal your energy and essence against your will, either physically, I'm also hearing from spirit, or either spiritually. Okay, this person could be a secret warlock or sorcerer, okay, or something of the sort. Yeah. And they also, you know, practice that, all of that energy harvesting shit. Okay, it's also giving, you know, it's giving public figure. Okay, it's giving this person could be well known in their community, or they can be famous. Okay. Yeah, and it's like, you know, they're tormenting themselves over having these obsessive thoughts about, you know, wanting to destroy you because you rejected them, being some type of passive aggressive on the low stalker. You know, this person is, they need to get on somebody's couch very, very quickly and expeditiously, and they need meds as well. They need some serious therapy and counseling. Okay. I didn't even shuffle the cards. Musician and artist was on the front, you guys. This definitely could be somebody that is a singer, a rapper, a band musician, or something of the sort. Okay. Yeah. Who else, Spirit, can give us a little bit more information, please, about this person's secret thoughts about you to the point of them is tormenting them? This was in reverse, but it says move in silence, okay? So yeah, dear one, this person is tormenting himself about the fact that he feels as though you're too smart for your own good. So you yourself, dear one, you know, you're very quick on the uptake, okay? So you could be, you know, that witch, that wizard, very empathic, very clairvoyant, okay? You can read energy, you know what people are up to before they say it, okay? You could dream dreams and see visions, okay? So it's like this person is obsessed with trying to catch you off guard. So it's like, you know, they want to just come at you and they want to like just frighten you. They want to just bum rush you. You know, it's giving, I just got a flash of like, you know, a person walking down the street and then a white van screeching up next to the person and just catching them off guard and just dragging them to the back of the van. Okay, it's giving that type of energy. It's like this person definitely wants to, like, you know, rock your world and ruin your peace and just, you know, change your life for the worse. Okay, now it was in reverse because it's like they feel as though they've wasted enough time lurking and being passive aggressive, so they want to do something that really makes an impact on your life, okay? Something that's just going to just bum rush or just, you know, they just want to like crash into your life, crash into your boundaries, okay? Yeah, and just, you know, take your world by storm, but in a very toxic, negative way, okay? And this person has fantasies about this, okay? I'm hearing from spirit. They get high and they think about all the types of ways that they want to, you know, destroy your life and surprise you in a very toxic, negative way. Like, aha, you thought you could get rid of me, or aha, you thought your life was peaceful, but here I am, bitch, or what you gonna do about it? Or, you know, aha, you thought that you could, you know, run away from me, get away from me, or you thought that you could reject me and get away with it, okay? This person is a weirdo, okay? Very much so, giving weird ass weirdo vibes, okay? And then we have the card. I'm going to pull a couple more, you guys, before we end it, okay? And then we have the card, sing, rap for me, okay? So this could be a person there, one where, you know, you yourself could be in the industry, or you could be someone where, you know, you're very talented and gifted to the point where you could be, you know, and it's like this person, you know, they have thoughts about, you know, you singing for them or rapping for them or whatever type of talent that you guys are getting some type of accolades for. People are loving what you're doing. People are supporting you, or you could be an influencer and a lot of people are giving you guys attention. It's like this person is jealous of the attention that you're getting from some type of gift that you have or talent that you have. And it's like they want you, it's kind of like, I'm getting this stream, fuck singing to the world. I want you to sing to me. Okay. It's like this person wants you all to themselves. Okay. They also want to get credit, and accolades for you, for your talents and gifts. Like they discovered you, like they own you, like you wouldn't be where you were or where you are today if it wasn't for them. Okay. So yeah, it's like this person wants to be like some type of gatekeeper in your life, and whatever type of, accolade that you're getting for your talent to be, a singer or a rapper or in some type of creative medium. It's like this person wants you to do it for them and nobody else but them. Okay. Is what I'm hearing from spirit. Okay. So this could be a person, dear one, that, with a weird ass, they could be in the industry and they could use you as a muse. Okay. And it's like they have fantasies about, instead of you singing online or instead of you working on your EP and doing things that you're going to be, out in public eye, for your supporters and people that love you, is like this person fantasizes to the point of tormenting himself about, you just being like his or her genie in a bottle and just singing for them or using your talents for them or using whatever you have to, help raise them up, lift them up, okay, to help give them clout, okay. They want to use your talents and skills for them, to boost them, not yourself. They don't want you to use your talents to benefit you. They want you to use your talents to benefit them, okay. So yeah, it's giving parasite, okay. And then I'm going to pull one more card, you guys, and then I'm going to turn it loose. I'm also going to give you guys some signs of who this weirdo could be now. Okay. And this was in reverse as well. It says you're going to be successful and wealthy. Okay. Yeah, it was in reverse because it's like someone refuses to believe that. And it's also like someone, whomever this person is, their one, it's like they want to go out of their way to try to block and stop your destiny. It's destined for you to be successful. It's destined for you to be wealthy. But this person is like, they're in some type of denial. They refuse to believe it. They want to see you as someone that's down and out, someone that needs their help, someone that can't make it without them. Okay. Someone that can't make it unless, they open a door for you or unless they say, okay, again, this person's giving weirdo vibes here. Okay. But you're definitely, dear one, whomever you are, you're going to be successful. You're going to be wealthy. Okay. And I'm hearing from spirit, another reason why it was in reverse is because spirit wants you to move in silence. Yeah. You don't tell everybody your plans. Okay. If you getting ready to fly out to LA or someplace for an audition for a part in a movie or a part in a play, or to do some type of studio collaboration or whatever the case may be, spirit is saying, keep your mouth shut. Yeah. Move in silence. Don't tell everybody, because not everybody is happy for you, particularly a particular person that, is tormented by their secret thoughts about, bringing you down. Okay. Or, having you all to him or herself, or, being able to get some type of clout off of what you're doing. And, they want to use your talents and skills to lift them up and not to lift you up. So, using you, a parasite. Okay. So you got people that's, they're quick to try to steal your shit, your intellectual and creative property. They're quick to try to, prey on your downfall. You're getting ready to take a flight. They'll pray for the damn plane to crash. Okay. This is how sick they are and janky. Okay. So move in silence, okay? Don't tell all of your moves, okay? As a lot of different doors of opportunity are now beginning to open up for you guys. You're going to be meeting people. You're going to be going into rooms where you have never gone into before, okay? And the people that are around you that are not rooting for you, and Spirit says you know who they are. You can sense their energy at this point, okay? Yeah, you know about the people that weren't there for you, rooting for you when you were, getting it out the mud. Yeah, those are the same mofos you need to leave to the wayside. Now keep your mouth closed. Okay. Yeah. You don't need to let nobody know what's going on until it's already on. Okay. Come through, spirit. And so that's the tea, dear one. Okay. For the reading this person is being tormented by their secret thoughts about you. Now, unfortunately, dear one, this was not a beautiful and lovely love read. Now, this was something, a little bit disturbing, okay? Because unfortunately, you guys have the type of energy where, you also have moths that are drawn to your flame, okay? Just as you have, people that are on the same level as you. But, for this particular read here, unfortunately, you have people watching you, and people that have these weird thoughts about you, okay? Secret thoughts about you, to the point that is tormenting and haunting this person, because you're so protected. They can't get at you. They can't get with you. They can't get near you. But these are some of the things that they want to do to you. And you better be grateful to the Most High and your ancestors that access is denied, because like I said, this is a weirdo here. Okay, this is a weirdo. Okay, some of you guys are getting ready to go into places like in the industry, places where there's a lot of, high vibrational stuff that takes place. There's a lot of low vibrational stuff that takes place. And so a lot of you guys have to get prepared, okay, for how to secure your energy, how to protect your energy, your mind, your spirit, your soul, okay, and your bag and your free will, okay, all of that, okay. And so this is kind of a glimpse of, the mind of, certain types of people that are in high places, but they don't have a high vibrational mind. They might be in high places of position and authority, but their integrity and their character is not high. Their integrity and their character is low. Okay, so you need to be aware of these type of people as you get ready to enter in certain rooms and open up certain doors, okay, and be around certain people, okay, is what I'm hearing from spirit. Yeah. Just because people have, secret thoughts about you, that don't always mean that it's good. Okay. And I have to tell some of my clients and customers, they be talking about they ex this, they ex that, they ex don't want to let them go and this and that. And then I have to just really drop bombs to them and keep it real and let them know that, don't you know, a motherfucker can want to sleep with you, but that don't mean he love your ass. Yeah. Anybody could want to fuck you. Oh, pardon me, you too. Yeah. Anybody, if you beautiful, if you cute, yeah, you can make a mofo's dick hard, but that don't mean that he love your ass, okay? Let's keep it real now. We's grown, okay? Yeah, you can get a chica to get wet. That don't mean she love your ass. Come on now. Uh-huh. So, you guys are going to be walking into certain territories where, don't get confused just because you see a person looking at you and their eyes are twinkling and, the bulge is bulging. Okay. Yeah. And the wet is wetting. That don't mean that there's affection, high vibrational affection. That don't mean that the secret thoughts that they're having about you to the point of torment, that don't mean that they want to do right by you. Okay. That don't mean that those thoughts are necessarily good. Okay. Just because it's attached to a person, whose lower regions are activated. Okay. Yeah. We need to know that. Okay. Yeah. We need to be clear about some of these readings. Some of these love readings, they ain't all love and light now. Some of them are very janky. They're very karmic. They're very dark. Okay. But it could still be considered a love reading because this is in the area, the realm of intimacy that they're trying to get at you. I'm teaching now and I'm about to turn it loose. I ain't got time. That's a topic for a whole nother video. Okay. But I'm going to give you guys some signs, okay, of who this person could be with a crazy ass and who you yourself, dear one, who you could be. All right. And then I'm going to turn it loose. Okay. So for those of you guys where this message most resonates, you or they, dear one, could very well be... Thank you, Spirit. I'm hearing Pisces, Leo, Capricorn, Cancer, Scorpio, Taurus, Virgo, Sagittarius, if I didn't say so already. And I distinctly saw December 15th for a Cappy. January 10th for a Cappy. February 1st for an Aquarius. Come through, Spirit. I'm also hearing Leo rising, Sagittarius moon, Aries rising, Aqua moon, Gemini rising. Thank you, Spirit. Also the numbers 3, 7, and 2, and 8 could be your month, the month that you were born, the date of any month, or your life path number. Okay? All right. That's the tea, y'all. That is the tea that you need to set you free. Okay? All right. Also, you guys, before I go, I want to invite you guys to check out my blog site called WizDOM at www.OneWiseSage.com. It is the number 1, not the number 2, but the number 1 witchy blog site for today's modern day empaths, healers, and witches. I have a weekend tarot reading that goes out either on a Friday, Saturday, or Sunday of every week for you guys to check out, as well as a tarot video that goes out on like either a Tuesday or a Thursday for the middle of the week. Okay, middle to the end of the week for you guys. In addition to my other posts that I do, numerology, sage cards of the day, and also witchy posts that I do daily, which is something similar to like, you know, Twitter or X, but better. Okay, where I give you guys some of my daily musings and, you know, what's generally on my mind, depending on, you know, the day and what's happening. Okay, so go on over there, you guys, and check it out. Also, you guys, stay tuned for season 2 of my Spotify podcast called Sipping Tea and Tarot with Sage podcast. Okay, yeah, we're going to gear up, or shall I say we're gearing up. We're doing it now behind the scenes. Okay, so I want you guys to go on over there and join and get ready for season 2. Okay, it's going to be a blast. Okay, also, last reminder, you guys, personal readings are now available. Okay, personal readings are now available. So if you would like to get a personal reading with your girl Sage, all you got to do is email me at WizdomandSage@gmail.com. That's WIZDOM and sage@gmail.com. And then write personal reading in the subject line to get the 3 easy step process started. Okay, all right. Okay, and so that's that, you guys, and until next time, stay beautiful, stay blessed, and stay great. Peace.